Have you ever looked up at the night sky filled with countless stars and wondered, are we alone? It's a question that has captivated humanity for centuries. Today, we're going on a journey, not just to search for alien life, but to imagine what it would be like for us, for humanity, to build a new dawn above Earth. Let's explore the incredible possibilities of life beyond our home planet. Before we pack our bags for Mars or beyond, let's talk about why we'd even want to leave. Earth is beautiful, right? But it's also fragile. Think of it like this: humanity has all its eggs in one basket. A single catastrophic event, whether it's a massive asteroid impact or a self-inflicted disaster, could spell the end. Spreading out into the cosmos is our ultimate insurance policy. It's not about abandoning Earth, but about safeguarding our future and embracing our destiny as explorers. Plus, who isn't excited by the sheer adventure of it all? So, where do we go first? The most likely candidate is our celestial neighbor, Mars. It's relatively close, and while it's a harsh, cold desert today, it has the raw materials we need. Water ice is locked away at its poles, and its soil, or regolith, can be used for construction. Imagine the first Martian colony. It wouldn't be a sprawling city right away. More likely, it would start with a small, modular habitat, probably 3D printed using local Martian soil. These initial structures would need to be airtight and shielded from cosmic radiation, which is much stronger on Mars due to its thin atmosphere. Life inside would be highly structured. Every colonist would be a multi-talented expert, a scientist, an engineer, a doctor, all rolled into one. Your daily routine would involve tending to hydroponic farms for food, maintaining life support systems, and conducting geological surveys to find more resources. Food would be a huge challenge. Forget ordering a pizza. Early Martian cuisine would consist of nutrient-dense, efficiently grown crops like lettuce, tomatoes, and potatoes cultivated under artificial lights in underground farms. Water would be the most precious resource, recycled with near-perfect efficiency. Every drop would count. Socially, this small, isolated community would need to be incredibly resilient. Teamwork wouldn't just be a buzzword, it would be the key to survival. Can you imagine the psychological pressure? Being millions of miles away from everything you've ever known, with only a small group of people for company. It would take a special kind of person to thrive in that environment. But humanity won't stop at Mars. What's next? Let's venture further out, to the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Europa, a moon of Jupiter, is a fascinating prospect. Beneath its thick icy shell, scientists believe there's a vast liquid water ocean, warmed by tidal forces from Jupiter's immense gravity. This ocean could be one of the most likely places to find extraterrestrial life in our solar system. Imagine a future where we send submarines to explore these dark, alien waters. Building a colony on Europa would be a monumental feat of engineering. We'd likely have to build a base on the surface, drilling through miles of ice to reach the ocean below. Or perhaps we could build habitats that float within the ocean itself, tethered to the ice ceiling. Life here would be entirely reliant on technology, a bubble of warmth and light in a world of cold and darkness. The primary purpose of such a settlement would be scientific discovery, studying the unique ecosystem that might exist in Europa's hidden sea. Then there's Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Titan is a world straight out of science fiction. It has a thick, nitrogen-rich atmosphere, thicker than Earth's. It has rivers, lakes, and seas, but they're not made of water. They're made of liquid methane and ethane. It rains gasoline. Colonizing Titan would be like settling in a natural gas refinery. But that hydrocarbon-rich environment could also be a source of fuel. Future settlers could use it to power their habitats and rockets. Due to Titan's thick atmosphere and low gravity, you could strap on a pair of wings and fly just by flapping your arms. Imagine that for your morning commute. A colony on Titan would likely be an industrial and refueling outpost for humanity's expansion into the outer solar system. These are just a few spots in our own backyard. But what about venturing to other star systems? This is where things get really mind-bending. The distances are almost incomprehensible. The nearest star system, Proxima Centauri, is over 4 light years away. With our current technology, it would take tens of thousands of years to get there. To make interstellar travel feasible, we'd need a revolution in propulsion. One concept is the generation ship. This would be a massive, self-sustaining spaceship, a mini-world in its own right. It would house thousands of people, living their entire lives in transit. Generations would be born, grow old, and pass away before the ship ever reached its destination. The society on a generation ship would be unique, a culture shaped by the endless journey through the void. They would be the starfarers, their only home the ship itself. It's a romantic and daunting idea. The technical and social challenges would be immense. How do you maintain social cohesion, genetic diversity, and technological knowledge over centuries? Another possibility is faster-than-light travel, the stuff of sci-fi dreams. Concepts like warp drives or wormholes are purely theoretical right now, but who knows what physics might unlock in the future? If we could crack that, the galaxy would open up to us. We could hop from one star system to another in a matter of weeks or months. Let's say we arrive at an exoplanet, a planet orbiting another star. What kind of world would we find? Thanks to telescopes like Kepler and the James Webb Space Telescope, we know that there are billions of planets in our galaxy. Some might be super-Earths, rocky planets larger than our own. Others might be water worlds, completely covered by a global ocean. Imagine setting foot on a planet with 2 suns, where the sky is a permanent, beautiful twilight. Or a world with dense, purple vegetation that uses a different form of photosynthesis. The biology could be completely alien. We might encounter creatures that are nothing like life on Earth. How would we interact with them? This raises profound ethical questions. The prime directive from Star Trek, the principle of non-interference with less developed alien cultures, would become a very real and important debate. Our own biology might need to adapt, too. Over generations, humans living on a high-gravity planet might evolve to be shorter and stockier. Those on a low-gravity world might become taller and more slender. We might even use genetic engineering to pre-adapt ourselves for life on other worlds, giving us enhanced radiation resistance or the ability to breathe a slightly different atmosphere. Humanity itself would begin to diversify, branching off into new subspecies adapted to different corners of the galaxy. We would no longer be just Earthlings. We would be Martians, Europans, Titanians, and Centaurians. Creating a new dawn above Earth is the most ambitious project humanity could ever undertake. It's a journey that will test the limits of our science, our ingenuity, and our spirit. It will be filled with unimaginable challenges and breathtaking discoveries. It's a future where our descendants might look up at their alien sky, see a tiny, distant yellow star, and think of Earth, the cradle of humanity, the place where it all began. The universe is vast and full of wonders, and our story is just getting started. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through the cosmos. What do you think? Where would you want to live if you could choose any place beyond Earth? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration of our potential future, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.